coming off the win over Indy. It's 2 in a row. What do you credit the recent success to? Why is your team playing so well in this latest stretch?
I say, on offense, the O-line, that's everything. You can't go without the big guys, and I just think offensively, Sam, me, clicking, I think that gives our offense that spark, and then our defense, they've been playing great football. They've been making it easier for us. The first couple of games, it's been a little hard because we can't expect them to just shut teams out on offense. We wasn't clicking and making things happen, but I think things are starting to come together as a whole.
Quickly, you said you and Sam are clicking. You've made a conscious effort to try to get with him, right? And try to really make that relationship both on and off the field something pretty dynamic.
Yeah.
What has that process been like for you?
It's like meeting a new friend, getting to know somebody, starting like a new school year, new classmate, filling each other out. But, I just want to be that blanket for Sam, make him comfortable, make it easier for him. And take it off his shoulders a little bit.
Right. I think it's a little bit different when one of your classmates, like he's the son of the principal or the superintendent, because it is something that that he's going to be around the franchise. But having a couple other quarterbacks that you have played with in a very, very young career, give us some of the attributes that people on TV shows and stuff talk about a franchise quarterback, how you knew early in Sam Darnold that you saw that there were some special qualities that he had.
Definitely, I say his composure. Coming in as a high pick and all the attention and things like that, you could tell he's very level-headed and humble. He keeps his head on his shoulder. He come in every day, he work, and keep his head down. And to me, he doesn't really come off as a rookie. I don't sense too much pressure. He doesn't seem too nervous out there, and I've been impressed with him.
One of our favorite guys on this show is a guy who was with you guys in the preseason, Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
You guys brought him in. You spent an offseason with him. He then got traded to the Saints, which could end up being great for him.
Right.
We like his story and think he has starter potential in this league. What was spending time with Teddy like, and what did you learn from him, or what did you learn about him in your guys' time together?
Spending time with Teddy, it was good for me, I was able to relate from him. We come from similar backgrounds. He's from Dade County, I'm from Broward County, but he helped me grow. I can say he helped me grow as a man and as a player, and, helping me understand the NFL, how to be a professional, how to work, and then also helped me as a player, teaching me things and things that he's seen that I can improve on.
When you say, go ahead, C.
No, you're at that critical point. You talk about growing as a pro. You've done some things that I'm very, very familiar with. Went to school at Temple, ended up coming to the NFL, had some problems at Temple, a lot like I had at Ohio State. But Todd Bowles, the Jets organization, they've believed in you. Right. So you're trying to grow as a young person. What have the Jets and the franchise done to be able to help you kind of speed up that process? Because I know Todd Bowles, when he called, he told me personally to spend some time with you because he thought you were very, very important, and he thought that you had grown an awful lot in the last 12 months.
I would say, to help me grow, not giving up on me through my struggles, that means everything, That's just like growing up as a child. If you have some problems and the people who care about you or who you want to make proud, they give up on you, it will let you down. So I would just say that, them not giving up on me, and staying in my corner, believing in me, and, staying true to the bigger picture. Because sometimes people get lost in the moment and what's going on right then and there, and they lose track of what's coming for you, and they forget about your potential.
And if people don't know your story, at one point you were out of football. You were, I think, applying to just jobs like at Walmart, things such like that. At that moment, did you think that you'd ever be in the position you're in right now?
To be honest with you, yeah, that's why I never lost faith, I'm a true believer in God and his blessings, and I just felt it was a test, and I had to turn the corner. I had to eliminate some things. I had to change my mentality, separate myself from situations, those type of things. But I always believed that, and when I saw, I tried to get a job, and I couldn't. I knew that this is happening for a reason because this is not my true calling. My true calling is football, so it's just a test. I need to get right and get where I need to go. But I always felt like, and I knew and I believed, and I think that's part of the reason why I am in this position.
Rob, you spent a lot of time in your life proving people wrong because you knew that you had a skill or a talent that maybe other people didn't quite know yet. It's very similar to the narrative that the Jets have sort of been living for the last couple of years. they've tried, they've struggled, they've become at some points laughing stock of the NFL. But now you get this quarterback that is going to be the future, most likely.
Yep.
You have, Todd Bowles really believes in you guys. Tell me a little bit about how he talks to this team and what the feeling is with new life sort of being injected into the team now that you got your draft pick and your future quarterback.
Well, one thing I really respect about Coach Bowles and enjoy about him is he talks to us like men. He doesn't, I've heard across the NFL some teams are like they're kind of systemized and kind of like mind control, things like that.
Yeah.
Like he keeps it real with us like always. He doesn't let us get too high. He doesn't let us get too low. And he keeps us like, reminded that in life we're going to go through worse things than what we're going through,
You guys personally are going through something as a team. Casey Rodgers, well-respected defensive coordinator, very, very good friend of Todd Bowles for a long, long time. They've coached on several coaching staffs in the NFL together. A couple weeks ago, he came down with a sudden illness that was very, very serious. He came back to surprise the team this weekend and was around the team. What did him visiting the team, what kind of a lift did it give the team when you guys saw him surprisingly be back at work?
Well, I mean, like with me, I saw him just walk on the sideline. I was surprised. It gave me a little boost of energy, and I think that it motivated the defense to go out there and want to make him proud and put it on display for him.
So Cris says all the time, this is a league of big people. So why the Eagles win the Super Bowl? Because they had better big people than the other team. You're a tall guy, but you're not exactly what I would call a big guy as far as and I think when you were going to college, you were 6'3", 168, I read, which seems like a featherweight boxer almost. How have you been able to be as successful as you were last year and into this year at the frame that you are? Like, to take the punishment of the NFL when you have to be pound for pound one of the slightest guys at your position in the league?
Well, just playing smart, knowing my game, knowing I'm not a big guy, so I'm not gonna put myself in those big guy situations, getting down, but using my speed to get away from those big guys. Ocho taught me one thing. When I was coming into the NFL.
Chad Johnson.
Yeah, Chad.
Ocho Cinco. You work with him down in Florida.
Yeah, that's big bro.
Okay, all right.
So bro taught me, he said, get down. That's all he said. He said, look at me, I'm just that small. Just get down, Don't waste no time, don't play around with him.
Robbie, you broke out with almost 1,000 receiving yards last year. What's been the key to you taking the next step this year? Is it relationships with guys like Ocho Cinco? Is it the practice you've been putting in? Is it the relationship with Sam Darnold? What could you point to what's sort of been your breakout this year?
Being a pro. As the years go by, I'm learning how to take care of my body, which is the most important thing. Without my body and my health, I can't go out there and produce. Mentally, having peace, meditation, those type of things, keeping my mind in the place that it needs to be, and just embracing the stage I'm on. I'm living my dream, so just taking advantage of opportunities and just enjoying my life.
Well, one way I can see him growing, Jenna, is that he's outwardly like reaching out for people. And that's one thing as wide receivers that we've done. I've had guys that mentored me. He sought out me. Actually, I said a couple of things on TV that he didn't like. He said he didn't believe them to be true. And I was like, okay, well, all right. Well, I'm up for the conversation. And then he talked about when he was a young kid that he tried to come play for a high school team that I was coaching. And I was like, wow. There's some type of connection here. So I can see, based on Ocho Cinco, the things Todd Bowles, that he's trying to do the right things. Where do you see the Jets? Are the Jets a legitimate threat to the New England Patriots in their reign over the AFC East?
Definitely. I got a lot of confidence in our team, but we can't, we got to keep our head where it needs to be and really try and turn that pinnacle and get things and continue to create that culture and that work ethic and produce how we dream to and what we're working towards.
In your guys' 3 wins, you've scored more than 30 points. In your 3 losses, you've been 17 or less. What do you think has been the reason that at times you guys have been one of the most potent offenses in the AFC, and at times you've been one of the bottom offenses in the AFC?
I would say, balance on the offense, opportunities, capitalizing, few games that we lost, we had turnovers and that killed our momentum, and then, just production.
It seems like you guys finally have the balance. You've been able to run the ball the last couple games. We know important.
Isaiah Crowell played a great game.
We know how important to be able to match up the passing game with that running game as you guys try to get through this tough NFL season. Given the new rules as far as passing and everything, we're seeing everyone passing the football and doing it at a high level. Have you seen a difference as far as the rules, and is it easier to be able to throw and catch the football now than when you were in the league a couple years ago?
I would say you got to take it when sometimes a lot of teams, they try and bracket things, give you certain coverages, but you got to know when it's time to take advantage and take those shots and make those plays happen.
So every game there's a certain amount of shots to take it.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad the Jets are giving you that chance that you want. Todd Bowles, thanks for joining us here in the studio here in New York.
Absolutely. Good luck. Tough weekend coming up against the Vikings.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Just out of curiosity, is there a game or a player or anyone that you've circled on your schedule that you're real excited to play or to face to go up against this year?
You know, I'm excited every week, but it's not to single any games out, but I get really excited when it's time to go play the Dolphins because, you know, that's back home. It's like a homecoming.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I just love playing down there.
Nice.
A little homecoming. We'll say hi to your mom.
Yeah.
You brought her to the show and everything today.
Hey,
Glad
Mom.
you came.
Robbie's going to be a big star in New York, Mama. He told you he was going to take you places.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.